We have all had every day for the last 7 weeks a choice to make. A choice to go out or stay in, a choice to try and live like we always have, to meet friends, to pop in and see the family, or a choice to stay where we are, to protect ourselves and others. For the most part, most people in our nation have chosen to stay in, other than approved socially distant activities, to protect themselves, to protect others, to keep us all as physically healthy as possible. I've been reading through the book of Acts recently, and I was thinking about sticking with things and getting out as I read the story of Paul and Silas in prison. It's in Acts 16. They're locked up, and while they're there, there's a huge earthquake which opens all the doors and frees them all from their chains. And here they have a choice to make. There's an opportunity for an easy escape. But instead, Paul, he reassures the jailer. He says, "Don't harm yourselves, we are all here." The jailer calls for lights, rushed in and fell trembling before Paul and Silas. He then brought them out and asked, "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" I wonder what you would have done in those circumstances. I'm pretty sure I would have left via the empty door. But by doing the more difficult thing, by staying in rather than going out, Paul and Silas saw a great reward. The jailer and his whole household came to faith in Jesus. Paul and Silas did the harder thing in order to protect the jailer, and it led to something amazing happening. And we're currently doing a hard thing in order to protect one another, and my prayer is that God might use it to do something amazing. The last few weeks we've been thinking about church and what it is and what it does and how it works. And too often I think people see churches as places to get something from. Might be as simple as somewhere to get a free cuppa. But I also hear people who've been Christians for a long time say things like, "I didn't really get anything out of the worship today." Or, "I didn't really get anything from the message." But I think what church is really about is not what I might get out of it, but what I put in. How much effort I put into my relationship with God through the worship. How much I put into loving God, loving other people, my church family, and helping them to love other people as well. Sometimes we are called, like Paul and Silas, like everyone in our nation today, to do the harder thing for the sake of others. To think more about what we're putting into church than what we're getting out. And maybe then, through us in our churches, through us and through our churches, God will do something amazing.